smashing against walls. Knocking down pins. Crashing the boards. Only on the National School Games 2016.
Don't let the violent opening fool you. There is plenty of athletic excellence on display in this installment of the National School Games 2016. My name is Royce Lee, and leading off this week is a team that has been on a long climb all the way to the top of the sports mountain.
National Junior College was Singapore's first junior college when it opened in 1969. Since then, the Lions' pride has roared on many athletic fields, and now that success extends to the squash courts.
For my team, we've actually been training together since we were 13 years old when we were in secondary 1. So we've been friends since then. Even outside of training, during school, we always have lunch together and we always study together. So through squash, we have already built this strong friendship. I remember one time when we weren't training very well and our attitudes were quite bad. And one day, coach just stopped turning up for training. And Mr. Tan came and told us, oh, coach just left because your attitude are very bad. And if you're going to continue doing this, you're not going to be able to do well in nationals. We called him and we cried on the phone. And we were like, coach, please come back. And he came back. I feel that all our opponents are equally strong. So this title will be a tough one to fight it out. What matters most is when we step into court and when you serve the first ball, you just try your best and just try to get every point. Winning should be the last thing on our minds.
Your hand is always down here, okay? What I want you to do is lock your wrist here, and when you hit the volley, I want to show you, before you hit the ball, rotate your shoulder and then you go for the volley, okay? Don't delay the ball to here. And lock your wrist up. You're always dropping your wrist down. That's why you're missing the ball.
When I joined here, the system and everything was different than how we used to train back in Pakistan. And it was quite a challenge for me because there were totally nowhere and the system was totally out. So it took me at least 4 years to show a better result for NJC. The first time when I met this team, they were a little bit shy, and because I was from different country, the different looks and the way we talk and everything is a little bit different. I have my own ways of teaching them. Like in the court, I'm their enemy, always scolding them, shouting, screaming at them. But outside the court, I'm always with them, joking around, spending more time with them, so at least I balance the whole thing nicely. In the court, I'm the devil, but outside, I'm their best friend. Back home, the system is totally different because the people there, they are so rough and tough. So what I did, I just shared whatever we have been through in Pakistan, and this is how I make them mentally strong. They don't care about racket because we people in Singapore, we lose, we blame the racket. We blame the shoes. Oh, my racket was gone. Oh, my shoes was not good, you know. This is how we train. I said, no, look at this. These boys, they don't care about shoes. They don't care about racket. So the main thing is you. So I try to realize them that this you can do it, you know. My girls have been training hard and I think they have a better chance this year than the last year. I'm really proud of this team because I've been there with them. I'm seeing them from quite young when they have a really baby faces, you know. I just can't wait to see them in action.
It is a renewal of old acquaintances as National Junior College and Raffles Institution face off in the SSSC National School Games Squash Championships 2016 at the Kallang Tennis Center. Raffles had the best of it in last year's finals, and this will be the first time these teams have played in this year's competition. NJC is in red and RI in black. The opening match pits Sherry Ko from NJC against RI's Elena Koo. Koo wins the first 2 points on service. The game is closely contested until Koo executes a precise drop shot to put away Ko 11-8. NJC's Ko gives as good as she takes in the second game. But Koo patiently controls the play to win again 11-8. In the best of 5 matches, Koo again displays her prowess at the drop shot on the way to winning 11-6 and putting the first match in the Raffles win column. NJC's Lo Hui Ling takes the court looking to even the competition against Melissa Lee from RI. Lo dominates from the beginning and builds a quick 4-0 lead. Lo continues to overwhelm her opponent to claim the first game 11-1. Lee is much more competitive in game 2, but a clever drop shot from Lo steals an 11-8 win. Lee cannot break through in game 3, and the 11-8 win means a sweep for Lo and a tie between NJC and Raffles in the finals. Regina Ho serves for Raffles in the day's third match against Rika Ogawa from NJC. Ho wins the first game 11-8, and the second game is a toss-up until Ogawa misplays a return, leading to a 13-11 loss to Ho. Ho confidently finishes off the match 11-5, and Raffles leads 2-1. Annabelle Lim continues the fine play for Raffles as she downs Lee Yingji from NJC. Gabrielle Lim puts the finishing touches on another Raffles championship by besting Nicole Mock in 4 games.
I'm proud of them for not being nervous and for being confident about today. Because as I said, since last year, we were already very uncertain about whether we'll be able to make it. So I'm very proud of them for actually making it past the semi-finals, into the finals, and getting the gold.
In the A Division Girls Squash Championship, it's another title for Raffles Institution. And in the A Division Boys, Hua Chong Institution comes out on top.
Hi, I'm Fauzi. I'm Zhezhong.
And today we're here to find out how sports savvy our fellow Singaporeans are.
Blasting off!
Right, so I'm gonna do some charades, act out a sport. You're gonna guess what it is, okay? So you're gonna just watch me do this, okay? I'm gonna embarrass myself, but don't laugh. All right, so this is it. What sport is it? Soccer. Yeah, that's right.
Watch carefully. Watch me, huh?
Don't laugh. Hey, y'all don't laugh, huh? Okay? You laugh already. Okay, what do you think a sport is?
I don't know.
So, do you know what sport this is?
Wushu.
Alright. We have a very famous soccer player in Singapore's history. Can you think of one name that comes to your mind?
Fandi Ahmad.
Oh, yeah! That's right. Do you know who Fandi Ahmad is?
Not really.
What's the most famous person in Singapore that plays Wushu that you know it?
Who used to compete for Singapore, I believe.
He has 6 packs and big chest muscle also.
Apparently he used to be an actor, now no longer.
But I don't know his name. Yeah, I was gonna say him, but I don't know his name. Vincent Ng.
Alright!
So the question is,
This is a sport, alright? Say that.
Swimming.
Correct. So it is swimming, but now can you guess who this person is who used to be a swimmer, alright? This person used to swim and is also in a very popular local band.
a famous person in Singapore that actually plays the sport.
What is the local band that comes to your mind right now?
the semi-low.
Ah, there you go. Very good, very good. So there are only two guys in there. So there's either Ben or John, right?
Is it Joseph Schooling? Joseph Schooling.
Yeah, that is right.
I think Ben.
Alright, so the answer is actually Ben. Benjamin King, who used to be a swimmer. Thank you for watching. So follow us on Facebook and National School Games for more such clips.
Welcome back to the National School Games 2016. Sometimes the most difficult thing in sports is to be a champion of your own family, as we find out now.
The Anglo-Chinese school is most associated with rough and tumble games like rugby and water polo. But one young man wants to bring his school glory in a sport based on skill and coordination.
Hi, I'm Ernest Tan and I'm from the Anglo-Chinese Junior College bowling team. When I was like about 8 years old, about 10 years ago, my brother was actually a bowler. He was really the first person who I got to see bowling, and because of how motivated he was, it always motivated me to start. So I felt the urge to pick up the ball and start bowling. I feel that my brother is the bowler with the most heart. It's a different thing seeing scores and skill and heart. A bowler with heart is the best bowler that can exist. Bowling is a sport that really tests your mental and physical capabilities. It's just a really interesting and tactical, very engaging sport to be in. Bowling really challenges you in some ways that other sports maybe can't do. When I'm bowling, I actually get a rush from strikes and spares, but actually what drives me most whenever I bowl is the feeling of the strike and knowing that it's not because of my luck, but because of my effort that I put in to get the strike. That for me is the best feeling. Bowling is a sport where the stress is on the individual. So whenever I'm out on the lanes, it's all about like a routine. I make sure that everything I do is in order, so my breathing is in check, everything is focused, I'm calm before I take my shots. Bowling not only helps me in terms of the sport, but in life it helps to shape my capabilities. Definitely we are training harder. Not only me, my entire team is working very hard to try and get the goal. Honestly, I think our chances are quite good because our team has many talented bowlers who are very capable and strong whenever on the lanes. For me, the biggest challenge would be dealing with myself because most of the times there are external factors that will affect you, but those external factors can be tackled well if you yourself are calm, you're collected, and you're strong. Keep myself rounded, keep myself calm and collected so that every shot I take will be good shots. I would like to continue bowling in some form of way even after these finals because for me, bowling isn't just a sport anymore, it's part of my life. Without bowling, there will be a void in my life. So I think it's very important that I continue.
In the A Division girls, the pins are flying as we head out to the Orchid Bowl for the 23rd National School Games A Division Bowling Championships. Anglo-Chinese Junior College have been the lords of the lanes, winning both the boys and girls team championships last year. Here, Ryan Wong from ACSI puts 10 in the pit. ACSI will finish 4th among 27 boys teams. Raffles has 2 teams in the A Division tournament, and they place 3rd and 5th with powerful striking. The teams from ACJC once again carried the day, finishing in 1st and 2nd position with only 4 pins separating the 2 squads. Here, Ernest Tan of the winning ACJC rolls his 3rd strike in a row to help his team to a 44-59 pin total. The ACJC Girls Kegglers finish a strong tournament in 2nd and 3rd place with totals of 39.81 and 39.75 points. But on this day, the top team from Raffles buries the 21-team field by 270 pins. Here, Tiara Atika delivers a strike for Raffles. Teammate Alyssa Deanna leads all bowlers with a 205.8 average. Here, the national squad bowlers buries another strike in the pocket. Vanessa Chung tidies up the win for Raffles in the A division with a grand total of 42.51 pins. Congratulations to all the bowlers. Here's a look at the overall standings where results from singles, doubles, and team competitions are combined. Anglo-Chinese Junior College outscores Raffles Institution to take home the championship trophy for the A division boys, while Anglo-Chinese School Independent puts a bronze in its bowling bag. ACJC and RI tie in first place for the A division girls, with Temasek Junior College coming in third.
Coming up next.
In life, it's like basketball. When you have a target, you want to always strive to work even harder for what you want.
Thank you for being with us. This is the National School Games 2016. Athletic talent and grace is a given when playing sports at their top level. But sometimes courage is overlooked, as we find out from this next national athlete.
Perhaps it was God's way of telling me that what matters most is how we develop the inner beauty. Through basketball, I have learned to appreciate and count my blessings instead of focusing on what I lack. My best friend actually persuaded me to join basketball when I wanted to join Scout. And when I first joined the sport, I found myself better than my peers. And when you excel in something, you want to just keep doing it because it makes you feel good. When I was a kid, I don't really like to train because I was complacent, I was cocky, I was arrogant. Success actually got to my head. And I was so cocky that I can walk out to a defender and just look him in the eyes and tell him that he can't defend me. When I joined Singapore Slingers, the only professional team in Singapore for the first time, it was a struggle. But through the struggle, I learned so much on how to be a professional. If this is the rim and you shoot below the rim, you miss your goal. And when you shoot at the rim, you miss your goal as well. So when you shoot above the rim, you score. So in life, it's like basketball. When you have a target, you want to always strive to work even harder for what you want. So that translates to a lot of things that I've been doing in life, and it transformed me totally. So this is why I love the game. When I was 3, my left kidney actually malfunctioned, and my parents were actually very devastated. At the moment when I first heard that the sport is too dangerous for me, I kept it from my mom that I was still playing basketball. Over the years, she learned to accept it, and in the last 2 years, my parents are actually the biggest supporters that I ever had. Dribbling is one of the most fundamental skills of basketball. To ace your dribble, there are 4 pointers that you need to take note of. First of all, what you want to do, you want to bend your knees. In this stance, it will give you a better balance. As you bend your knees, you want to keep your back straight. As you dribble, you want to use your fingers. And when you dribble, you want to dribble below the waist or your knee. And lastly, you want to keep your eyes up so that you can see your defender and your opponent. And as you get better at it, you want to get out of your comfort zone. I was actually born with the condition called pectus excavatum, which means a sunken chest. So when I was young, it was something that is very hard to accept because you wanted to be cool, you wanted to be like the others. And being a Christian myself, I always pray to God that something will change when I wake up. But over the years, I realized that the reason why I have this is because God wants me to know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to look the way you are and just accept the way you are and make them full use out of it. It just made me not envious of other people anymore because that's just a condition that I'm born with, and I just accept that it's a part of me and I'm special in my own very way. In the 2013 SEA Games in Myanmar, My team and I actually defeat all odds after dropping our first 2 games to Philippines and Thailand, and subsequently winning the next 4 games to end a 34 years drought and came back with a bronze medal. The moment is indescribable, man. In that very moment, a lot of my teammates and I just broke down. And when we actually shut the noise out there and just prove everyone wrong, that moment was special because we know that we did something for ourselves and all our hard work has paid off. Be a humble learner. No matter at what level you are at, you can learn. You can learn from someone who is younger than you can learn from someone who is older than you can learn from everyone.
The SSSC National School Games Basketball Championship 2016 has come down to Raffles Institution and Pioneer Junior College. PJC has never won this title, while Raffles is the defending champion and undefeated in this year's tournament. RI is in black and PJC is in white. PJC controls the opening tip and scores the game's first bucket. A three-pointer from Raffles puts them on the board and in the lead. A basket from tournament MVP Lo Jun Chen puts PJC back on top in a foul-marred first quarter. RI drops 2 three-pointers to go on a 12-1 run and open up a 17-7 lead. A pair of free throws from Lowe shaves the lead, but RI finishes the opening stanza ahead 19-11. PJC returns to the court and tightens its defense at the beginning of the second quarter. At the line, Warren Wong converts 2 free throws to narrow the gap to 4 points at 22-18. The teams trade baskets the rest of the half, and RI goes to the intermission with a 33-28 lead. Utilizing a precise passing attack to free up its shooters, RI races to a 40-28 advantage in the third period. Jian Xiao Jai knocks down a three-pointer to maintain RI's lead. PJC drops in a three-pointer but cannot dent RI's double-digit lead. Rengarajan Vignesh fails to score at the buzzer, but Raffles takes a 55-44 lead into the final quarter. Captain Justin Yao pours in a three-pointer to give Raffles its biggest lead of the game at 65-48. It's too big a deficit to overcome, and a final three-pointer from Pioneer brings the final score to 69-53. Another championship for Raffles.
I just want to say that I'm very proud of my team for playing so hard. We really defended very, very hard, and that's what allowed us to win the championship in the end. Highlight of the competition will definitely be the defensive plays that we make, like the steals or the blocks, because that's what gets our team very pumped up, and that's what actually pushes our morale higher to make us perform even better.
The Raffles A-Division girls downed Hua Chong Institution 48-33 in their final, so it's a proud double championship for the school. Dunman High School wins the bronze medal for its trophy case in the girls' division.
All indoor action this week, but our scholastic stars still shone brightly. Come back next week for more championship action as we continue with the National School Games 2016.
Are you our lucky winner? One more week left to bring home the exciting prizes we have in store for you. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to see what's in store next week.